Hey, Bucket Pond family, I have been building jar aquariums for almost a decade now, and I want to share some of that experience with you. So today I'm going to show you how I am using a community of detritivores to grow a ton of pothos and philodendron. I know that's kind of weird, but it's worth it. So these are my nano jar aquariums. These things are about a cup or roughly a few hundred milliliters of water. They are very small. And despite what people normally think about such a small aquarium, I have maintained homeostasis within about 12 of these nanotanks. This thriving community of detritivores, they break down material I put into the bowl, and they turn that into fertilizer that our plants can use to grow. So we get an excellent little aquarium and a great little plant. It's a beautiful system. I've had these running off screen for a few months now, and I have not felt the need to share them with you until today, because most of the jars are producing a little bit of growth. But the neon pothos, they are going crazy. It's insane. That's a 4-foot vine growing off of a cup of water. Compared to our philodendron here, which is doing well, it just hasn't shown as much growth as the pothos. We're using that same or very similar community of detritivores to grow this crazy length, this crazy healthy stem here. And I think that's really cool. Here's another. Again, about 4 feet long, roughly. And the plants are healthy. They are very, very healthy, and that makes me really happy. So these little jars are far more capable than I thought, as originally I was going to use them to get some cuttings to root, and then I was going to bring these cuttings elsewhere. But as it is, we have produced some very effective nurseries that grow a ton of plant tissue, and they only need a small amount of room on the shelf. So yeah, these are great. So let's go ahead and build one. I'll show you how I did it. It's a miniature fish bowl meant for a betta fish. I got a bunch of these wholesale. And we're also going to use a slice of a pool noodle as a lid. And then we're going to apply some type of substrate. I'm using just a few little river pebbles and a smaller piece of marble. We'll set that over there. We'll add some food and kind of let that ferment for a little while. And today I'm going to use a fragment of an algae eater wafer from API. Just a little piece. And we'll let that sit in there and break down. And I am going to add some ostracods as well. My larger aggressive ostracods, they cannot have any tank mates, unfortunately, because they will cause the extinction of every other animal. And that's just how they roll. Scuds can live with them, but nothing else. So I'm not going to add too many other things into this particular bowl, as the ostracods will fill this volume and become a swarm given a few weeks. So we're adding this small cutting to our bowl. It has 2 leaves, a little leaf trying to grow, and a couple nodes. This will be perfect for our project. And we're going to add a single piece of spiderwort as well. This is small leaf spiderwort, and there is some research that shows that it can release rooting hormones in the water, or at least plants that it is related to. So I thought we'll try that here as well. And that's all there is to it, guys. So I will feed this jar a little piece of a cucumber once a week, maybe twice a week at the most. That will allow our pets inside to feast and to reproduce and to produce waste, which is then going to be broke down by bacteria and eventually become nutrients the plants can use. That's how you get this crazy amount of growth. And I think it's great. We get a great little aquarium that we get to look at and watch it develop and mature. And then we get a plant that's going to grow out of here as well. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I just wanted to show off my little detritivore community tanks. I hope you don't mind. Thank you to my YouTube members and Patreon supporters and everyone watching. Thank you for your time. I'll see you again soon. Have a great day.